Have you ever felt like saving is pointless because prices keep rising? You set money aside, you try to be disciplined, and then groceries, rent, or transport eats the progress. This feeling is common, and it does not mean you are bad with money. It usually means the price level is moving faster than your margin. The first thing to understand is the difference between saving and purchasing power. Saving is putting money aside. Purchasing power is what that money can actually buy. When prices rise, your purchasing power shrinks. That can make saving feel like running on a treadmill. You are moving, but the view does not change. This is especially true when the biggest price increases hit essentials, because essentials are not optional. You cannot skip rent the way you can skip entertainment. Another reason saving feels pointless is that many people try to save only from leftovers. They pay bills, spend on life, and then hope something remains. When prices rise, leftovers disappear. The result is inconsistent saving, and inconsistency destroys motivation. It starts to feel like you are failing, even though the real problem is that the plan depends on perfect conditions. There is also the problem of visible pain. Saving is invisible progress. You do not feel it daily, but rising prices are visible pain. You feel them weekly at the store and monthly in your bills. The brain naturally focuses on pain more than progress. So even if you are saving a little, it can feel useless because the pain is louder. Now here is the truth that brings calm. Saving is not only about building wealth. Saving is about building stability. Stability is what prevents small problems from becoming crises. In a rising cost world, stability becomes even more valuable, not less. If prices rise, your buffer becomes more important because it protects you from surprise costs that also rise. So what is the best way to save when prices keep rising? You need a system that survives pressure. Start by separating your saving into two different purposes. The first is your buffer, your emergency and stability money. The second is your long-term future money. Many people mix these together, then get disappointed because emergencies force them to use the same savings they hope to grow. When you separate them, you stop feeling like every setback is failure. Next, protect the buffer first. In real life, the buffer is what keeps you calm. When you have a buffer, you do not need to panic when a bill appears. You do not need to borrow quickly. You do not need to destroy the month. A buffer turns stress into inconvenience. Even a small buffer changes behavior. After that, focus on saving as a percentage, not as a perfect amount. Prices change. Months change. If you only chase a fixed amount, you will feel defeated when life gets expensive. A percentage approach adapts. It keeps the habit alive. You can start small. Even 5% matters if it is consistent. Consistency is the real victory. Now let's talk about the hidden enemy, leaks. When prices rise, many people feel powerless, so they look for comfort. Small comfort spending grows quietly. Delivery fees, convenient snacks, subscriptions, little rewards that repeat. These do not feel big, but they destroy margin. If saving feels pointless, it is often because margin is leaking in small places. This is why the most powerful saving strategy is not extreme discipline. It is protecting margin with one boundary. Choose one category that leaks and cap it. When the cap is reached, pause. Not forever. Just pause. One boundary can protect a whole month because it stops the slow bleed. It also helps to think of saving as buying future freedom, not as storing money. Saving buys time. It buys options. It buys the ability to say no. When prices rise, options become more important. People with no savings are forced to accept bad options. People with savings can wait, choose, and respond calmly. Finally, if you want saving to feel meaningful again, track progress in the right way. Do not only track the number, track the stability. Are bills paid on time? Is your buffer growing? Are emergencies becoming less scary? Those are real wins. In a world where prices keep rising, stability is success. Education only, not financial advice. But if saving feels pointless, the answer is not giving up. The answer is building a system that does not depend on leftovers. Separate buffer from long-term savings. Protect margin with one boundary. Automate a small percentage. And measure wins by stability, not only by the number. That is how saving becomes powerful again, even when prices keep rising.